Hi, I'm Dave Zarin, and this is your Prince George's County Public Schools update. We're here today to look at some of the significant events in the school system, starting with a library makeover that left 700 students and their parents amazed at a company's generosity.
We toured 3 different schools today. We fell in love with your principal, we fell in love with Miss Gilbert. They have such a passion for reading that we're bringing the library makeover to Thomas Stone.
When Target stores decided to send 200 volunteers and spend $200,000 to give Thomas Stone Elementary's 50-year-old library a complete makeover, the students themselves were asked to be in on the design.
Whatever your best thing, the best library in the entire world, what would it look like?
A water slide.
Dry.
And while the water slide didn't make it, most everything else did. In the now gleaming library with brand new carpeting, new furniture, and walls etched with famous sayings, students can find 2,000 new books and new digital learning tools to make learning that much more fun and attractive. For the 700 students and their families walking through and marveling at the upgrade, there was joy all around.
I think it's one of the most wonderfulest things they've done. It is definitely an improvement, and I think that the kids are going to be happy with it. I think they're going to learn a lot now.
Absolutely. And tell me again, what's your favorite part of this whole day?
A library.
Our vision is we want to build academic excellence and strong character. I cannot think of any other thing that actually aligns better to that vision. So it's a huge event for our children today and for our families. So we're extremely thankful. It's our best day of the year so far.
Like a Christmas gift that just keeps on giving, Target also provided every Thomas Stone student and their siblings with their very own reading material, plus, quite literally, some extra food for thought.
Each student and family is going to take home 22 pounds of fresh produce and food staples.
And it's not just a one-time deal. This is every week.
Yep. Every week they'll have this here in the school. If they feel like they need to get some food from the pantry, they're more than welcome to grab it and take it home.
And while the excitement of opening day will ultimately fade, in Bullseye, the Target dog will no longer be there to encourage reading in his unique canine way. The joy of the books themselves and the inspiration of those on the Wall of Fame will take children and their families on journeys of discovery yet to be imagined.
I want to make sure that I bring my families in too. I want to make sure that it's a community library. It's not just the school library.
Just as we thank Target for Thomas Stone Library's bright literary future, we also look to the past and thank a beloved former music supervisor for the memories. Here's a look at an educator whose name is now a permanent reminder of the joy that is the sound of music.
There was no place else in the state or the world that I would want to teach except in Prince George's County. I mean, I don't even think I applied anywhere else.
Kathy Rotifer struck all the right notes recently at a ceremony at Thomas Pullen Academy, which named the school's music wing for none other than Kathy herself.
Be it resolved that the Board of Education of Prince George's County hereby directs that the music wing will hereinafter be known as the Catherine A. Rotifer Music Wing at Thomas G. Pullen Creative and Performing Arts Academy.
The recently retired music supervisor, who'd been with Prince George's schools for 34 years, was lauded and loved by those she'd worked with, those she'd hired, and those she'd taught.
Kathy does not mince words and will tell you exactly what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And that's really important. I love you, Kathy. I would not be the teacher I am without you, really, and you're an inspiration.
I remember most about how she made me feel as a person, how she connected with me, and how she inspired me to always want for more, to do better for myself. My principal instruments were the clarinet and bass clarinet, but again, since being a student of hers, I've done piano, guitar, the saxophones, I mean, just anything and everything I can get my hands on. Again, she develops a passion about music where it can't just stop with one genre, one instrument.
As the Pullen bands played selections just for her, and a plaque was presented that could hardly contain all her accomplishments, that included spearheading the annual Kennedy Center student concerts and finding over $1.5 million in grants for new instruments. Kathy might have been embarrassed by all the attention, but didn't hold back on her lifelong affections for Prince George's schools and its students, and the wonderful academic tonic that is the sound of music.
The Rotifer solution to test score deficiencies? Have all the kids in band and orchestra and chorus and in the arts. That's my solution. It transforms children, I think, both academically and emotionally and behaviorally. It teaches kids in a way that no other content area does, to be self-disciplined and to concentrate. They get immediate feedback if they lose concentration. They get a sound. They make a mistake, and if they don't pull themselves back, their neighbor does. It teaches them about community, because the group will be no better than its least effective player. I think that music is a hook for some kids to get them to engage in learning throughout the whole day. It's a hook to get them to school.
She was extremely encouraging. I remember being in that first class and all of the squeaks and squirks that came from the trumpets, and especially my saxophone. I don't even understand how she had the patience for it, because when I hear saxophone squeak now, it's unbelievable. But she was extremely open and encouraging, and just really pushed for excellence from the beginning.
Congratulations to Kathy Rotifer, a woman whose example of discipline, devotion to music, and love for youngsters will inspire Thomas Pullen students for years to come. That's it for this edition of Update. I'm Dave Zarin. We'll see you next time with more good news about the Prince George's County Public Schools.